Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to a very special Saturday stream. Hope that y'all are doing well, and welcome on in. TR Mac Games. Not another Esper. Nice. Nintendo HD. Imbario. Paradoxical Prophet. Jamafly. Thank you so much for the 2-month subscription. Welcome back to the Tier of AKLTrifecta Argentum. Please enjoy your ad-free streams, Color Brews brand emotes, and of course your ability to request songs during our next drum stream, which should be at the tail end of July. Also, Risco, Hyperflash, Plague, Machaon, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Welcome on in. And Apocalypse, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on Kits as well. Hope y'all are having a... It's not HD. Oh, got you. my apologies. Nintendo D, probably. I'm sorry. I can't. For a voice actor, I can't fucking read. Don't let the serious tone of my voice fool you. We are here for a fun heckin' time, and boy howdy, we are here for fun drinks and even more fun stories. Hello, welcome on in to today's very special stream, the premiere stream of the wonderful indie narrative game Tavern Talk. Those of you, if you aren't familiar with, TR Mac Games, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Acolyte family, and please enjoy your 5 brand new follower emotes as a thank you for your support. And thank you as well, Apocalypse, for that follow as well. Hopefully y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. I know I did. Had a nice, got some errands done. Got some errands done. Got a good breakfast. I'll probably be having a very late dinner when everything is said and done. But for now, though, I got plenty of hydration with me. I got the big sippy. It's hot. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, oh, I accidentally hit the button. Anyway, welcome on in. Okay, so I accidentally hit the...
Fantastic job.
Hello.
Apparently I hit a certain button combination on my... I hit a certain button combination, and it decided to be like, fuck it. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Oh, did I accidentally... Oh, I wonder... I think I might have accidentally...
Yes.
Oh,
you.
Yeah. Okay. So
yes.
me
the
going...
entire Discord.
Me going to Sippy, mute me. Shit, I didn't think about that. Well, anyway, that's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna probably be changing a lot of emotions during the live dub anyway, so...
Let's go Tavern Talk.
We should be all good. Welcome on in. Hello.
I hope you enjoy
and
it.
Please welcome in our lovely cast for today. We have a smaller cast than usual, but that's because we have literally like 6 people? 6 people besides me. So, welcome on in Imbario, Steel, Jamafly, TR Mac, Quilava. Kits, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. It's good to get these all out now, because when we switch on over to the game, there will be no alerts. I have already removed alerts from specifically the desktops, the desktop scene. So I'll still see them in chat and whatnot, but I will be, since I am planning on having this recording be I forgot to hit record on OBS. Whatever, I'm doing it from the VOD. It's fine. I'm smart. I'm a smart man. We'll make it work.
It's so pretty too.
I'm so pretty. If it's one thing I can do, it's I can work on the fly. So, too late to like stop the recording and just restart stream. Whatever, we'll do it live. But anyway, Tavern Talk. There we go. If you aren't familiar with the indie game Coffee Talk, which sees you as a cafe owner, a barista who runs a cafe in a alternate universe Seattle, populated by multiple types of demi-humans, where you get to, over the course of 2 weeks, hear their stories, hear their struggles, and just get to really be a part of the world. It's a really heckin' cool indie game. Highly recommend it. That was my first ever live dub that we had done, and funnily enough, we had done that almost a year to the day. We're like 1 month off. I did not plan this. I didn't plan it to be like a yearly thing, I swear. It just so happens that Tavern Talk released at like the perfect time. So, yeah. I got an early access copy of Tavern Talk, played through it religiously the day it came out, and I essentially just went hard on scripting everything. I have like 5 different documents of like, all right, here's all the choices that I have to do for every act. Here's all the characters. Here's their character descriptions. Here's who's going to be playing them now. Here's how I'm going to separate out streams and everything. So I did all of the back end work suffering so that the front end that you guys see is as smooth as possible. So hopefully it will shine through during this particular live dub. So yeah, if you're not familiar with the way that we ran the Coffee Talk live dub, it's going to be pretty much, it's what it is we'll play through the game. People, all the cast that's going to be appearing today will have roles. You'll see them. And we just voice act it. I'm literally just doing a playthrough of the game, and we just happen to have voices. That's all it is. It's nothing super crazy, but boy howdy, is it super fun. Okay, what's funny is TMMA, I was actually just talking about you earlier this morning, because Ever had asked me if anybody had ever subbed like to tier 2 or tier 3, and I explicitly mentioned that I owed you a tier 3 sub, and I didn't know if I gave it to you or not. So the answer is no, I haven't, and here it is. So my apologies that you're not going to get the alert, but big thank you to you for redeeming that. All right. So yeah, we're gonna play. That's it. All I'm gonna say is this is an amazing game. I absolutely love it. I've shouted out the devs who very explicitly used Coffee Talk as an inspiration, and I've been following the dev cycle of this game, and it has been absolutely amazing. So if y'all are ready to vibe, I'm going to pick he, him as my pronouns for the tavern owner, and we're just going to go.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Love the art style in this so much.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious.
Also, I legitimately love this background theme so much.
Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Let's begin.
Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy?
Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy?
Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting.
Did you go on an adventure?
Even better, I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome.
Did it?
No, but I got to take another walk around the grove.
How was it?
Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so...
Sounds very... exciting?
Oh, am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut.
Nuts are healthy. Very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts,
I'm allergic.
Oh. Oh. Shit, I'm gonna get cancelled, aren't I? I didn't know that.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure?
No, it doesn't. I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice.
Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies.
I was talking about the spice in your life.
Oh. That's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it! There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt.
I see you played Smash.
I'm like a bland soup.
So a classic case of boredom. I see.
Do you know that feeling? When nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun.
I feel like you're calling out more than just me in the chat. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup?
Huh?
Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high?
Yes, I think that's the point.
I'm afraid of heights. And people and actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I've never lived through when I never lived through anything?
What do you mean?
Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes.
Sounds like a good song opening to me.
Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes? Maybe?
Fable, honey, I believe everybody has to do taxes. We live in a society. No, I don't think so.
I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks.
So we unlocked some new character information for Fable. Welcome to the character sheets. Everybody is going to get one. We can see their kin, their age, their pronouns. Fable is a they, them. Class, their background, their alignment, and even their arcana. Funnily enough, is I was wondering what the arcana meant. Apparently, there is like cardstock prints of each of these characters as their respective arcanas. It's pretty heckin' cool. And each character description will be filled out as the story continues.
Not a lot of songs you can write about that.
I wouldn't mind a jingle.
I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs?
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Okay. Maybe one day I'll get to offer them my own jingle.
In the meantime, can I offer you a drink?
Yes, I'd love a drink.
The usual.
Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot.
Thank you for the reminder, Fable.
It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake.
Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph?
Both? But mostly I want a swift strike.
Message received.
Although... I was wondering... I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me?
Of course.
Really?
Yes.
What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar?
Just follow me. Welcome. Oh, wait, I forgot. That's actually part of the line. Welcome to my drink mixing nook.
So, this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu.
Careful. I haven't fed him yet.
Where do we start?
Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look.
Oh, you pinned my order.
I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes.
Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks?
No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial. So, I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board.
Oh, what if you picked the wrong one?
I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma.
I think dexterity sounds the tastiest.
I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Now we can go around. We can mix drinks. So you got the little recipes here. You got little orders over here. Of course, we want to make a swift strike. So we're going to want to draw the recipe for this. As mentioned earlier, we do have a log, thankfully. So in case I do what I did in Coffee Talk, we can bring it back and do retakes as needed. We'll see these later on. But for now, we want to check recipes. So swift strike. And then of course, yes, the answer is yes, you can pet Andu, and he gets the little sparkly eyes. Look him. I don't know if the devs are planning to make a little Andu plushie, but I really hope that they do, because he's so friend-shaped. So the way that you mix drinks here, of course, as you can see, you got to get the right balance of ingredients in order to meet the minimum thresholds for your recipe. You cannot freehand. So this isn't like Coffee Talk where you're kind of meant to experiment with different recipes and get different things. There is a strict list of recipes to follow, and you can only really do them once you've learned them. So it's not as freeform, but I do like the way that you create the drinks. Whereas unlike in Coffee Talk, where you just click them and they show up, you actually have to pour them over the thing. So you could just, I could fucking big sippy of dexterity, give them big old pours. But of course, that's too much speed. So we're gonna give some speed to Andu. Look at that big, look at him, oh shit, he too much. He drank too much. Okay, well, it's all right. We can fix that. We're good. Because we need 3 levels of dexterity, 1 level of intelligence, and 1 level of defense. And just like that, we got ourselves a swift strike. And then you're all good. If you end up pouring, like, the wrong drink, or, like, you don't have the right stuff to make a recipe, it says that you can't actually send it. So you literally have to make sure. What happens if you shake it? Nothing really. But there we go.
Wow! It actually does teleport.
Of course it does. What did you think was happening?
I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand.
I see. Well, give your creation a taste.
That's delicious! I made that?
You made that.
Thank you for showing me the ropes.
Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you?
Maybe, but how would I know if I never try?
Do you actually want to try?
Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but...
But what?
Never mind.
Hmm.
How can I help you?
A drink.
For you?
Hmm.
Right. What kind?
Drinkable.
Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt.
Sure. Whatever.
Oh, good customer. Very good. I love customer service jobs. All right. We're just gonna dump this boy full of charisma. Here you go. I don't know why I'm gonna give you strength. Maybe the strength to speak your mind. A little bit of defense. Finish off this spoken heart. Please enjoy it. Don't kill me. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty.
Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost.
Oh, there he goes. All right. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable?
Just dreams.
Yours or someone else's?
Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that?
Isn't that up to you?
I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes? No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me.
Then you should do what your heart desires.
Will it stop aching then?
I think so, yes.
What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave?
What if it did?
That would be a dream come true.
Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you.
Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day.
There she goes. There they go. Another interesting point of this game is that there's a day and a night cycle for every day. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you?
You own this establishment, Innkeeper?
Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure?
The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less.
No, you're Lynn. I'm gonna die. It's nice to meet you, Lynn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink?
You do the thing with the quests, right?
So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board.
No. No quests for me. But I may have one for you. Or your notice board.
Tell me more.
Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregaron. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program.
Werewolf? That's news to me.
Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Arave. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up, like a nomad.
I thought the werewolf hype died up with that one romance novel.
You mean the one with the vampires?
I think so. White?
No. That just split society in two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Which one are you, Innkeep?
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that? The one after Twilight, Dawn Trail. Oh my god, you're right. I am Team Dawn Trail.
Place his hand on sword.
I gotta go Team Gala.
Is it the fur or the pecs?
Both! It's neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp, more so.
I mentioned to ask for details.
Don't. How about you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's why I'm asking. Don't fucking judge me. That's why I'm at. Wow, I actually forgot that these like. Oh. Yes, that's why I asked.
Keep guessing.
Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf?
Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one.
I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself?
Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella.
I thought you said he was a werewolf.
He's a dragon wolf. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule. Before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow.
Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves?
I don't know. I don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah?
Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly?
Fetch.
Nani?
Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch.
That actually works.
On any dog. Trust me.
Good to know. Thanks, Lynn?
It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn.
Gotcha. Lynn.
Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep?
Just Innkeep for now.
Oh, playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, and before I venture on, you got a drink for me.
Of course. What would you like?
I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me that watered-down muck instead.
Message received, ma'am. Mommy, ma'am. That one. Thankfully, I remember how to make this by memory. Man, I played this game too much. One shot of charisma, and
Defense.
then
Yeah.
one shot of defense.
I never noticed
Keeps-
when I was playing the game that
keeps
she sometimes
pouring.
licks her nose.
Carolyn does?
Yeah, sometimes her tongue comes out, she licks her nose.
I actually didn't realize that. Oh my god. It's so
Look for it, it's so
I'm
cute.
gonna have to look for the little blep. Oh, it's so good. 2 shots of vodka. A drink with 0 water, as requested.
Not bad. Just what I was craving, thanks.
Where will you head from here?
Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of.
What kind of business?
Personal business.
Care to elaborate?
No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you?
No.
My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. That was a lot more than you'd think. But in this case, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so... might as well humor her.
And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself.
Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead.
It's, certainly unconventional.
That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just gonna open old wounds you stapled shut. Or meet your face.
The past haunts everyone willing to listen.
Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing.
You started this conversation.
And I'm ending it.
All right. Well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back.
I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. But sure, for more work, I'll be back.
I'll be waiting.
Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste.
Oh, wait. I forgot. We got new character bonuses. Also, we'll deal with these in a little bit. We got new character bonuses. Carolyn, Vukakin, a beast person. She's 36. God, she looks good for. Oh my God, she looks great. She looks like not a year under 25. Background Erove, Chaotic Good, and the Chariot. We got him. I could use some help.
Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup.
This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal, so I don't forget.
Smart. Think the best next step would be sorting the matched snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest.
You got it.
Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. They need all the help they can get. Once you're done, select that quill of yours, and it'll be written up. Got it?
Got it. Thank you for your help, Kellen.
Put it on my tab.
That's not how that
I expect free drinks next time.
works. Good night to you too. Alright then. Let's assemble this quest. Thankfully, these are all relatively simple. You just match the matching notes. Although, the devs have gone on record saying that they will have an optional adjustment to make this particular part of the quest a little bit more of a challenge, if you would like, which I always appreciate. We're gonna actually order. I like ordering them in like a somewhat logical way. I don't think it matters, but I don't know. I'm always like that. But yes, the Vukakin Carolyn told me about a werewolf who is roaming around Tregerin, potential threat to villagers. The werewolf previously has been seen in Erove, a southern town. A nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? And then a werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. And with all that, we have our first quest. A werewolf on detours. And with that, our first day is done. I'm just a little guy. Alrighty, so with the first day done, the way that we are going to be doing this, in order to properly align everything with ad breaks and whatnot, so that we try and avoid ads going through line reads, is we're gonna head on back to the cafe right now. We're gonna manually run an ad break, and then afterwards we will be back with the second day. We'll be doing 4 days today, so that should last our entire stream, honestly. But yeah, and then in the meantime, I'll consider it free chat time. Okie dokie. So now we have ad break is done. We are good to go. AKL in the future, cut the line around here. You're good. Alright, we're going to go on back to the desktop and we will start Act 2, Chapter 2, Prelude to Bravery. Also, I'm sorry to just imagine Carolyn with the cone. Oh my god, that'd be so good. What do you have there, Fable? Don't say a knife.
A knife?
No!
I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregarin? Is that true?
It is indeed.
Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday?
Not yet.
What kind of hero are you, looking for?
One who knows their way around difficult terrain. Woods, even. Preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest.
I'm good with a bow.
Yes, Fable.
And I know my way around any woods.
I know, Fable.
And maybe I want the quest?
Just maybe?
No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern, and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet.
And then?
I didn't think that far ahead.
I see.
Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow? I miss, and I shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter, because I'd be dead, because of the werewolf.
That took a quick turn.
So, maybe I should put the quest back.
Fable,
Yeah?
do you want me to tell you to take the quest?
Maybe?
I can't make this decision for you.
Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. like a slime, a frozen slime that can't move.
I've met slimes less anxious than you.
You've met slimes?
My tavern is open to everyone.
Oh, right. What do slimes drink?
Water. More slime. Bones.
You sell bones?
Only to slimes.
Ah! Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor.
I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable?
In general?
I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead.
Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic, Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms.
The worms?
They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy.
Is there something making you feel like you might fail?
Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf.
We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice.
It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mari Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthan Hydra. Or the reason why no one wants to spend time with me.
Your first encounter with the Hydra?
Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left and tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back. I apologized and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea.
Did you get it some?
Yeah.
Then you completed its quest.
3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died.
Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing.
I suppose you have a point.
Okay, well, what about the Mari Morgan incident?
Yes, the Mari Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind.
What happened?
An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So, they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. And no riddles to get confused about either.
Fun fact, the dialogue during this particular scene changes on the order of the choices that you make. This line only gets read if you've done the Hydra first.
I was so excited, but also very, very nervous, so of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves.
Why were you so nervous?
New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way.
How did it go wrong?
I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in the woods before. But this time, I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mari Morgan. You know of the Mari Morgan, right? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers.
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
Well, why does no one want to spend time with you?
Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it by, except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat.
Did that happen once?
Once? I wish it had only been once. Seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang around with someone who naturally attracts bad things.
You're too harsh on yourself, Fable.
Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing.
Weeping?
Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores, and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness in the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken.
I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable.
It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with picking flowers.
There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra.
Again, that preemptive dialogue. Very nice. The reason why I chose this particular order of choices.
That would have been so embarrassing.
I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. You know, haha, it's just a prank, bro.
I don't think they would have laughed about it with me. More at me.
Well, maybe they would laugh with you if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself.
That would be nice.
Also, knock on wood that my power keeps up. This big storm just opened up around here.
Oh, yippee! It's my bad luck coming to smite you for saying nice things.
No, okay, look. Don't.
Innkeeper?
Yes?
Do you like spending time with me?
I can never not choose the other one. I can never not. I know you can, but why would you? Yes, Fable, I do.
Really?
Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days, especially the one that's happening right outside my window right now.
I'm sorry.
Please never stop coming around.
I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone, so thank you.
That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here.
You better not go anywhere.
Not planning on it. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here.
But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart?
You know that isn't true.
You're right. I'm a great gardener. everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of.
You'll have to find that out then.
Like, on a quest?
For example?
Don't you think I'm a little underleveled?
Do you think that'll change by sitting around?
I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one comes around? What if I'm the only chance they've got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better?
The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and I'm able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows? You might even end up forming a party.
Oh.
And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever.
I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away really quick.
That's the spirit. Joestar's secret technique.
Okay, I, Fable, great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right?
Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey?
Yes! Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet? So that the werewolf won't see me coming. Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm gonna need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry, lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing.
And this is where the branching paths of the story actually begin. Because yes, for every quest, you'll be given a choice of drinks that you can make. And it will influence the story. Thankfully, we already have the plan already made. So we're going to give you 1 shot of attack, 1 shot of defense, and 2 ounces of charisma. Smash cut to 5 minutes later. And here is your spoken hot. This should do it.
Thank you. I feel much better. braver. Barming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm.
There are a lot of farmers in Triggering.
And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started.
You got this, Fable.
I'll try.
Have some faith in yourself.
Okay. I've got this.
Much better.
Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so...
So?
I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant.
And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us.
Exactly! I thought they might go well with your drinks.
They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later.
Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory!
And there they go. I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Ah, you again.
Me again.
And who are you?
Someone who wants a drink.
What kind?
Drink.
Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific?
That spoken heart one tasted fine.
Thank you. You know what? We're gonna be clever. We're gonna do one shot, and then we're gonna do one shot, and then we're gonna do one shot, and we're gonna layer it. Look at how good it layers. I will admit
Drinkable and pretty.
there have been some times where I've like redone a drink just because I want to layer it properly. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words?
Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not.
Thank you. Enjoy. Charming.
Careful, you'll step on my cape.
Oh, shush.
Greetings, travelers. How may I help you?
Not another one of those empty babblers.
would you prefer a different line? Let's see. Hail and well met, adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks? No. That feels wrong somehow.
Could try the one where you just serve drinks quietly. Maybe. Possibly.
I'm fresh out of that one. Sorry.
Thought so. You're planning to try and peer into my backstory?
Probably.
Ugh. I'm warning you. I'm very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs.
Why are you ignoring me?
Did you read my lips? Not ye, the Innkeep.
The Innkeeper is ignoring me.
Not in the slightest.
Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky.
I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too?
What thing? Ah, my cape!
Your cape?
That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it.
And the rest of it is on you?
Aye. Pretty tough to clean off.
May I ask how that happened?
You just did.
Well, maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names.
Yes, I love stories.
Well then, may I have your name?
No, but I shall tell it to you.
Damn. I mean,
I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duquette de Sung.
I'm gonna drop the accent, but what?
It's long for Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle.
Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you?
Blood! Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or it looks like it. Red is my favorite color.
I'll look for something with red in it. I'm gonna get this man a Southern Brawler. It's pretty red. Orange is like red. Blue's like red if you just don't think about it too quick. There we go. That's like all red. Don't worry about it. Some almost blood for you, sir.
Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite?
No.
Okay.
And to whom may I offer the second drink?
Rhea Frostgrip.
Nice to meet.
Yeah, skip.
Are you fucking skipping my dialogue?
You're skippable. You're NPC. Just serve me something strong. Something feels durable. Tough like a mountain of the caves of one of those frosted lagoons looks close enough.
Coming right up.
Damn straight.
I'm not. I'm by, but You wouldn't know that because you skipped my dialogue. If I remember right, it's 3 defense, 1 attack, and 1 charisma. I'm not upset. To show you who's an NPC. Did you get it right? Yeah, I did. I'm so good. I'm so good because I'm the protagonist. I know how the game works. A taste of just for you, valued customer number 2.
Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it.
So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story?
Fine, guess you've earned it. All right, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dovmer, with my trusty axe and good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging around for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes along and... gone it was.
This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now.
It's nearly sunrise.
And?
The sun kills ya.
Oh, right.
Did the ooze also eat the cape?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing.
So, did you dig out your gold?
Silly food! She took out me!
What did you call me?
And guess what he was clinging on to?
The gold?
Oh, yes! A big golden nugget. Should be enough to get me to Borovia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape.
I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal.
We did? Please, allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again?
I get you to Barovia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet. In return, I get the gold.
But what about my cape?
I forgot we get them both. I love the little sketches too that is in the book. Rhea is a dwarf, ripe old age of 175. Zawardo. We have Kyle. We don't have any information on him yet other than he is the fool. Boy howdy, I love him. Where did you last see your cape?
Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape?
Where everyone puts their cape.
Do you know where I put me capes?
Where?
In a wardrobe!
Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land?
What? No.
Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you.
We could? Phenomenal!
I could put out a quest for you, but we need a little more information.
Good luck with that.
First, I'd need to know where you last saw your cape.
I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status.
Of course.
Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to?
My wedding.
Your wedding?
When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. To show how important she was to me.
Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Morrow Castle.
That would be her.
Congratulations. Are you still married?
Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out, she just wanted...
Spit it out, leech.
Oh,
Oh, what?
my cape!
Oh, rats. Here we go again.
My sweet Evelyn stole my cape! Oh,
What now?
that little mean, vicious, beautiful beast! The thief of thieves robbed me of my most precious possession.
Wouldn't that be your heart?
No, I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had.
She took the cape in the divorce, Innkeeper.
That's rough, buddy.
Perhaps, Innkeeper, that's your name, right?
No.
Oh, my deepest apologies. What is it then?
I don't think it's time for that yet. Names are valuable currency, after all.
For some types, indeed. But you mustn't be so mysterious to a new friend.
All my friends call me Innkeeper.
Ah, in that case, I shall not disrespect your wishes. Well then, Innkeeper, do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again.
Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Morrow Castle?
Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco Champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites.
And she may be invisible now.
All right. I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time.
I hope so. That reminds me.
Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I could take another make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon.
I'll see what I can do. I love how it's not just... See, it's not just me. It's not just me. The chat's doing it too. And actually, Machon, if you'd like to... I pour too much. If you'd like to point out the 2 Coffee Talk shout-outs, because I actually think I missed them. Oh, wait, it's not intelligence. It's charisma. I'm silly. There we go. Attack and charisma. There we go. There we go. We got it. Oh, there is a coffee bean jar in here. Yeah. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest.
Huh. Let me try. Ah, you got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this.
Kyle, would you like another drink as well?
No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so.
Everything ails ye. The whole way here ye were complaining about having to walk.
My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy.
By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing?
Oh. Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin.
I'm afraid not.
Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection.
A chimera?
A thing... a beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to god Gaia, likes to eat people for breakfast.
I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so... useful.
Ah.
Oh, if only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Starlight Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva.
I'm sure that would have gone over well.
Actually, I might know where to find one.
Really? Will you get it for me then?
No.
Oh. Oh.
What? Why you look at me like that?
Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rare,
Oh no.
perhaps we can alter our deal?
Oh, nay! Forgetting! I ain't going! With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze? Goop, I'd be no match for that such a beast.
No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board.
And when will it be done? Tell me, when I can walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more.
As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part.
Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me.
Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeeper, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, like the pansy he is, do you perhaps have a room for
Hey.
2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in here.
Sorry.
Oh, you're so pretty, Innkeeper.
I'm sorry. Oh no, I accidentally skipped your dialogue. How does it feel?
Mr. NPC putting up the log anyway so I could read my lines because I'm not an NPC!
It's fine.
We want Snow White to go up in flames over here, don't we? Innkeeper!
Sort of thing. I've got a couple of part-up rooms. You can stay there.
How much?
You can just apologize to me when you leave.
Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real boy one day.
I'm a man. Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
You too, tasty creature.
Oh, that is Hyde's jacket in the... Oh my god, that's so good. All right, let's get the... Oh, that's right. You get to see my favorite note of this. You'll see it very soon, but first we need to do this. Let's see here. Whoever come here. Right. Bam. Bam. Get the quest. All right, so we got that quest. And then my favorite rumor note of the entire fucking game. Look at that cool S. It's real. It's canonical. It is canonical to this world. It is the ultimate sigil of power. There we go. We got it. And with that, day 2 is complete. We're going to feed our boy. And then we will once again head on back to the cafe. And we will run our quick little ad break. And then we will be back with day 3 of 4. Right. All right. With all that said, let's go back to the desktop and I didn't say no. You're right. I did not. All right. Episode 3. New friends and former enemies. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon.
So, Innkeep, a drink from me and this lanky pal.
It's good to see you too, Kaelin.
She meant to say please.
Welcome back, Fable. You look alive.
Thank you. I am.
That seems like a given.
I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend.
We ain't friends. Yeah.
Wait, we're not?
Nice going, Kaelin. You made them cry. So, you two didn't form a party?
No.
Oh.
Then, what's the drink about?
They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least.
Jesus. Everybody's dunking on me today.
I can't help it, I'm a tsundere.
Family feud.
I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication.
No, it was a feud.
I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility.
Sorry. I was literally off mic. I just said I was going to rip his throat out.
Good prediction.
No, I was gonna kill him.
I thought that was a joke.
It wasn't. I suck at jokes.
Ow!
But no one died?
No, Alfie here was able to prevent that.
It's Fable.
Whatever.
Does this perchance have something to do with your quest?
It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf.
Elaborate, please?
I was gonna kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get?
A lot.
I think he is confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kinda.
I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Kaelin.
I didn't. I was there by chance.
They were both stealing sheep.
I was not.
Sure was.
Adventuring don't pay what it used to.
So you steal other people's sheep?
Mind your own business.
How did any of this lead to a successful quest?
Well, oh gosh, where do I start?
How about at the beginning?
Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon.
Of the quest, Fable.
Oh, right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregurin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset.
Do you have trouble in the dark?
Emotionally?
Visually?
A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl.
Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around.
Who says I can't?
Fable, are you possessed?
I'm just kidding. As far as you know. Anyway, luckily, darkness doesn't affect my hearing.
Not the normal kind.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet.
Your ears are failing at being small.
So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep.
I was petting it.
Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage, and I stepped out of the shadows, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please, put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to try being polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down.
It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them?
A polite person.
Or an insane one.
It worked, didn't it?
Because I ain't no werewolf.
He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a, "What?" So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was.
No, I asked, who are you? A guard?
I saw the little blep. It was so good. There it is.
I was
Something's on my
about
nose.
to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had just ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell.
Please, it was barely a bark.
And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around.
You turned around immediately.
And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow, gleaming eyes.
Gleaming with jaundice.
Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up.
He did.
But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail.
And the sheep you were holding.
Obviously, I set it down at that point. Sheep don't make good weapons.
Good. So, you went to Fable's aid?
No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old... Hey! Why can't I say that? Expletive. What the expletive?
Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh.
Expletive. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, felt like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it, but joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days.
Because of the feud?
Yeah. He used to be my favorite uncle. Yeah, but then he changed with the jaundice and all. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Feder. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away without a word. Left us and Uncle Feder behind, worried senseless. Till we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot.
Did you talk it out with your fists?
I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen.
Looked mighty scary there, little pal.
Thank you. I sat them down, and I did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me.
That sounds rather dangerous.
'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them.
Oh, what?
You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves?
Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication.
Feud.
The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes, and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course.
No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. Or something like that.
He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so He just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Fukaken things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common.
Sheep.
No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them.
And you got them to do that.
The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to.
Maybe because you did want to.
No, that ain't it.
Oh. Fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
Oh, I mean, maybe.
How did it go?
Fine. Well, take some time to accept his apology. I'll have to see him change first, like in the normal kind of way, not the full moon kind of way. And I apologize to Uncle Fetter and the rest. But, you know, it was like good to see him again or whatever. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut.
Wonderful.
Of course, there's still a problem with the whole werewolf thing.
And he got so obsessed with the cure, he still can barely control himself.
We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept that he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secret of the moon signs.
That sounds like a bunch of...
Language.
It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy.
That sounds great.
It is! It's a happy ending.
I wouldn't call it an ending. Rather, the beginning of something new.
So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another?
Exactly.
I like that.
Thanks, I got it from Final Fantasy XIV. Anyway, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together.
Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. They don't serve anything strong enough for my taste, so... Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something.
I had to report back about the quest.
I'm glad you did.
They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Said something about it being for you, Innkeeper.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
Well...
So, a drink. What can I offer you, Kaelin?
Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which, I mean, don't surprise me. Make me the usual. Strength never gets old.
I am so glad that we have a Devon chat here to literally fan the flames of these ships. So Carolyn is, 90 centimeters taller and twice as wide? Yo, we love the size difference.
What can I say? I like sticks.
Giant.
Big lady.
Big lady. I literally just see. Oh my! It's like the meme picture of like the guy who like spills his like food and like the girl's like looking down. It's just Fable being completely anxious. It's just Carolyn just right there.
Pretty lady.
That smug like Audrey Plaza grin on her face.
Exactly. Oh. Okay, I got a sippy of my drink, and here is yours. A surprise.
This is my shocked face. Not bad. You should do this professionally.
I'll think about it.
That was a joke.
Ha! Fable, what about you?
Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. And now there's this really hot wolf lady next to me, and I don't know what to do about that.
What was that?
It's fine. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Tall mommy lady. Got it. You can really tell I have played this a lot because like I haven't touched this game in like weeks. I still remember the recipes. Here you go.
Thank you. Wow, this is perfect.
You look tired. Have you considered sleep?
They do look like they're gonna pass out any second.
So do you.
Nah.
Maybe sleep is a good idea.
Oh, you're right. Kaelin, take my bed. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? We could get an in-room together.
Yeah, it's called the ground. I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent.
It's depressing. I have a room available. It's mine. You can stay up there. It's fine. Just roll around on the bed a little.
Sounds good. How much is it?
I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest.
Fine. Later, Alfie.
See you later.
Are you heading home, Fable?
Yeah. I've been gone for the whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly.
Maybe take a nap first.
Sleep is for the... yes. Nap.
Did you enjoy your first quest?
I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming.
Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable.
Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure.
I think this is just the beginning.
That would be nice. Do you think I'm gonna save the world one day?
That's a very tall order.
You're right. I'm not cut out for that.
I didn't say that. I just would prefer it if the world didn't end.
Right.
But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help.
Maybe you should ask Carolyn first. But I'd be happy to be second.
We'll see.
Hire us both.
Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a really good song.
Or a sad one.
Or both. I'm gonna head home now.
Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you.
I can't wait. See you soon.
See you soon. Good evening to you too, Hoodless.
I'm over here now, and I'm back. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday.
That is correct.
It seems dangerous.
It is.
And mysterious.
Sure.
Like me.
You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name.
Zephyr.
Did the wind carry you in?
No, my legs. I want that quest.
Well, you can have it.
Not just literally, physically, emotionally.
Emotionally?
I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean... yes.
Well, no one has gone to the castle yet. So, if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to.
So you know of the castle?
Yes?
It seems strange.
It is. A vampire lives there.
I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Has she ever frequented your tavern?
No. Not recently.
But she has.
Once. Had a vampire mixer.
Interesting. So she was only here at night?
Yes.
Would you say she was unnaturally pale?
No. She had a lot of makeup on.
But below that mask,
Sure, yes. would guess that she looks pretty dead below that.
What kind of drink did she order?
Blood.
Interest. You sell blood?
Of course. Do you not?
Whose blood?
I want a lawyer. Anyway, did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle?
I heard about someone avoiding the question.
Did-
I mean, really? All of them?
Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Morrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody.
Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive.
Or for a goth.
Ah, goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief.
Hot topic. Stocks are back up right now, just letting you know. Trip Pan's coming back.
Yes, and no one steals from my hot topic.
That's right. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that?
Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude.
I suppose. Only thing worse than stealing that is stealing a man's hat.
Not if it's cursed.
Especially then.
Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences.
The consequences being you.
Exactly.
It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there.
Alright, slow your roll, Kirito. So, you could easily swipe something along with the cape, right?
Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills.
What about some interior decorations?
Like what, for example?
Just something to pretty up my tavern for a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as decoration?
Like a chair?
Stealing a whole chair sounds a bit too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty.
Wait, you're being serious?
Absolutely, be gay, do crimes.
Oh, hell yeah.
A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern.
You literally have that jacket over there. What are you talking about?
Just don't worry about it. It's a crossover.
I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed.
Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep, and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design.
Sounds like I'll need a few stamps.
Would you like some?
No, too traceable.
How about a drink, then?
I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow.
It's just alcohol, but fuck, okay.
Say, what do you trade them for?
Secrets.
Secrets. I have many.
Oh, I'm sure you do, Shadow.
What?
Grant me one.
I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before. Just yesterday. You may not remember, because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar.
I'll make you eat those. That is definitely a secret.
You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife.
All right. Enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them.
Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer?
For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that'll hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think that those will be very useful for your situation.
Interesting.
So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore?
I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want to stake her in the heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though, that does sound appealing.
Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs.
Well, perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeeper. Your wisdom is no secret, is it?
Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful with how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I can mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. let's give it a try. I'll be honest, that is what I do every single time. It is so much easier to just add an infusion, see the bonus differences, and then just adjust from there. It is so much easier to do additive math than subtractive. So now, all we need are 2 dexterity and 1 defense, and now we have everything for a swift strike. But of course, because this is AKL, and I'm a little bit extra, you can see that we reduced strength, and I like to keep my people balanced. So we're going to cancel that out, and just because we can, you can actually overdose on dexterity. So we're going to give you a little bit of extra speed. Does it change the difference? No. Do I like doing it? Absolutely, and I'm going to do it pretty much every time.
I'm going to be so fast.
You're going to be so speed, Shadow.
Zephyr.
Right. What did I say? Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear.
Garlic breath?
Not quite. But that's a good name. May I steal it?
You don't ask for permission before you steal something, Innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade.
I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath?
Ha. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire.
You don't find garlic scary?
No, only the absence of it.
Ah, a fellow Italian. Take my hand.
Dap me up.
Italian kissy thing. Mwah, chef's kiss. That makes 2 of us. I hate it when people break their pasta physically.
Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me... Goodbye, Innkeep. I would pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the Realm Keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance.
Vengeance makes for an early grave.
Or for a good story. Farewell.
We finally got character information. Let's go. There he is. He's the moon. You got it, Batman. I love that these aren't like they're meant to look like sketches, but they're full on. God, they're so adorable. I've said it several times already, but man, the art design in this game is like if I may be completely honest, of just me as a gamer, I actually do prefer the art design of this game over Coffee Talk just a tiny smidge. They're both really good though. All for a bitter end.
I'm back.
Oh, Mommy, did you have a good nap? Good sleep?
I'm taking this quest and a drink.
Oh, yes, anything for you.
Stop talking like that.
Great. Did you sleep well?
What?
Sleep. How was it?
Oh, fine. It was sleep. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages.
Sounds like you needed it.
No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up.
Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation?
I think I already said that. Make me something strong that'll wake me up and keep me up too. Do you have any coffee?
Unfortunately, not quite yet.
Fuck.
That's a secret drink we're gonna make in a later episode. But anyway, we're gonna add some Phoenix chili to this one. You don't need fire resistance anyway, because actually no, you do need fire resistance because you're so hot. Anyway, we're gonna give you.
Thanks.
We're gonna give you more strength. It's fine. Big swole. Everything's okay. You don't need intelligence. Actually, no, you need a little bit. We're gonna balance it out. It's gonna be okay.
Should I be insulted?
No, we're fine. You're good. You're plenty smart and pretty and smart and strong. Something strong coming right up.
That is strong. Just the right amount of too much.
Maybe I should call this drink the Kerlin.
No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest.
Yes, the quest.
I'm taking it.
So you said.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable.
Me too.
Isn't it a bit soon for another quest? You just returned.
It's been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am.
I think that's called boredom.
It's torture.
That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen. Wouldn't get more reckless than that.
Could by taking Alfie along.
Fair point.
Theoretically, I mean.
You should. I mean, please don't. You should, but don't.
I won't.
Good. We have to keep that ship sailing for multiple episodes. We can't just pop off the fireworks episode 1.
Slow burn. So the saliva is for a vampire?
Vampire sunscreen.
For the vampire. Can a vampire get their chimera goo themselves?
It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. A lot of things in fire don't mix too well, honestly. Also, if everyone did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles, and we wouldn't want that in esta economia.
Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. And mine.
Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before?
No. Not a real one, at least. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian?
Depends. Are you religious?
I guess not.
Then no.
Would it be if I was?
don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine.
Good thing you made a priest. You did a piss poor job.
Thank you? Is blasphemy what you're most worried about?
No, I ain't worried.
Okay. Nervous?
No, it ain't that either.
Then what is it?
Excitement, I suppose.
Excitement?
Can't you tell? Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing, except for that part. Don't ignore that. I'm asking.
Yeah, excitement. Never encountered a guardian before, so I've always sort of wanted to.
Why haven't you?
Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one.
Well, this seems like a great opportunity for you then.
It is.
What's it about guardians?
It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right?
Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads?
I was hoping I could keep talking you in circles for a while longer, but they're cool, basically. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she, well, you know.
Passed?
Left. One day, she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she's visited one of her dragons one last time.
Your family has a leaving problem.
Tell me about it. What if she left her savings alone? Speaking of dragons, fuck you, Uncle Dragon. The sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers.
Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera?
No. The only one she never really encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. But never found a wyvern one in all our years. Would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return.
I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale.
I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much.
This is you talking too much?
Yes. So, do you like dragons?
Yes. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical.
They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their like wings.
I just want like a little like puppy Carolyn like spreading her arms like wing. Oh my god. I love her. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings.
I ain't a priest either.
Matcha, if you have a link to that post anywhere, let me know. I want to see.
Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic stuff.
Why not?
I like my sword and my muscles. They're a pretty good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons.
Well, a little help never hurt anybody.
A little self-reliance don't either.
If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Kaelin?
Didn't say that.
I see. That doesn't count as help.
It's prepayment for me taking on your quests, that's all.
I'm just gonna look at this real quick. I just want to look at Macho's. Oh! I'm sharing this. I'm putting this on screen really quick. Sorry to like deviate from the VOD, but can we just point out how adorable all of these? I love how it's all the characters that we've met so far too. This is like actually
so cute.
beautifully timed.
Look at the little wings in the sword.
Oh my god.
He's so cute.
It's so good. Matcha, you did amazing work. I'm guessing, and feel free to answer. By the way, are you the art designer in this game? What was your role in the project, if you do not mind me asking? Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that would greatly help with your quest.
Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's just keep it simple.
All right. What can I get you then?
I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense, might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Bubba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea.
Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight.
Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try.
And on the topic of trickery...
No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't really care which one you pick. That's your job, so, figure it out or whatever.
Oh god, do we make her smart or do we make her strong? We're making her smart.
Should I be offended again?
No, it's fine. We're making her smarter. Smarter! So Matcha was drawing everything character related. Oh, that's so cool. I am definitely going to have to follow your Twitter later. You did an amazing job on the character design, Matcha. Like, you and the entire team. Just the entire thing. And also, big shout outs for you all continuously updating this game with a lot of very good quality of life in the future. The biggest one being the recent update that allows me to switch between my monitors without minimizing the game. You don't understand how happy that made me knowing that I'd have that right before Livedub. All right, but yes, it's time for a new drink. The Sparkling Nebula is big brain time. I love this look. Figured it out.
What is this, like a shot? Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery.
I seasoned it with love. Because
That's not trickery.
because
It feels weird, like my brain is sparkling. Both.
no refunds.
How urgent is the sunscreen?
Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires.
What if it rains? Maybe they should sunbathe less then. That might solve their problems.
Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun?
Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I got some mice in that mangrove.
Good luck.
I won't be needing it.
I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return.
Yeah.
And with that, we're already 3 days in. On the verge of our last day. We actually might end around 9. Our 3D artist rigged the sprites and animated them with bones and Unity. That's why the animations are so smooth. It's so pretty. All right. Thankfully, we got the 5-minute ad warning just in time, so we're going to swap on over to the cafe. I am betting that at least one time during this entire stream saga, we're going to have to, like, take a small line break in between, because there are going to be some very lengthy portions later on. But for now, we're going to run the ads, and then we'll get back to it. All right. I can't play Among Us. I'm a terrible liar. I'm one of those people that can't do it because I get, like, not physically ill, but I can't lie to friends. It's just so hard. I'm a terrible liar.
My chaos gremlin just comes out and all bets are off.
I love lying to people.
All right. Let us begin. We'll have a very special guest coming in.
Hey, Innkeep.
Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see.
So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season.
A lot to do?
Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar. Like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know?
They do indeed.
Anyways, hand over a drink, will ya?
Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again?
You know me well. Too well, I guess.
That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out.
I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today.
Am I now?
Yes, I'm quite confident in my abilities of the mind and wits.
Of course.
So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation.
That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. I want to give you some frost armor, even though you don't need it, but you're gonna get it anyway because you deserve it. Get a little bit of defense,
Don't
a
be
little
chilly.
bit of charisma. We'll balance out that speed, and then we'll give you a little extra defense as a treat. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible.
This is exactly what I need for my trip.
Where are you headed, anyways?
Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention.
Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population.
The convention is especially for creatures, like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech magazine.
That sounds exciting.
It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about?
Gnomes?
Gnomes? I've yet to meet a gnome on Boreas.
They're pretty shy, but they craft cute little trinkets. Always wanted to have one for my tavern.
If I run into a gnome, I'll buy a trinket for you.
Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you?
The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon.
That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too.
Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that.
Seems like you're well prepared either way.
Absolutely.
How are the birds doing apart from being in distress?
Well, the cinnamon green-cheeked conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough.
With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin with you along to the convention?
Of course! As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you?
I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention.
Well then, so long, Innkeep. See you soon.
There is a very touching story regarding this character, but I can't say anything about it yet.
Good evening.
Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day?
I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carolyn's quest in the Wyvern Chimera.
Oh, so you heard about that?
She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back.
I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves?
Of course. We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings.
Which stars?
Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about the reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right?
Very.
That's what I thought. So well...
What is it, Fable?
I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves.
Yes, I recall.
A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you...
I like trinkets.
Oh!
What is it?
It's a piece of embroidery on a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections. I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper.
Ta-da! You get little trinkets as you continue, as you get quests. So you get little mementos as super adorable. I think you could also be a Big Dipper.
A Big Dipper?
Last time I checked, stars weren't known to be very small.
Do you think there's a world somewhere out there with a constellation called the Big Dipper in the night sky?
No, that's stupid. Who would call that? I bet it'd be called Earth instead of Gaia.
Oh,
what a
that's
place.
cringe.
I mean, there might be. Maybe the Big Dipper is part of a larger constellation. Bear, for example.
A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming up something now.
Most likely.
Are you fond of the stars surrounding us?
I do like to watch them from time to time.
Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea?
The astral sea. I've
Really?
never been good with reflections.
That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course.
It is. I'll write it all down for you.
That's great. Thank you. I think you might be a double jackdaw. Are you?
I'm a Gemini, so close enough. We'll see.
We will.
Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps?
A drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest.
Happy to hear that, Fable.
But drinks, not sure how to make those just yet. Especially those with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So, could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need?
I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. Just like Freya and her espresso, we have to keep the swift strike. But what if we made it spicy? A little spicier swift strike with some extra attack, balance out, and some extra dexterity to get you really going. It's caffeine. It's just a rebel. It's just a Dutch Brothers rebel.
Hell yeah.
Here.
Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need.
I think you may also need a break. So, maybe stay a while before heading back?
That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay.
Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable.
Thank you.
Greetings, Innkeep. My apologies.
It's okay, I know. There's not a thought behind those eyes. It took a while to adjust, honey. It's okay. I love you.
I was blinded.
By the light?
No,
Greetings.
by your beauty.
Oh, you still cannot bite my neck, sir.
Oh. Greetings, green creature.
Greetings, Mr. Vampire.
Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink?
I am. Thank you.
Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it.
No, I didn't. Who could move a tavern like that?
Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them.
Like a vampire?
Oh no, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek, I am very good at those.
Well, maybe the inn wanted to play around with you.
Perhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn.
It's not that young.
The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear Innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it.
I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink?
Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet?
No, not yet.
Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy.
Coming right up. We're gonna spice it up a bit. I know you said that fire was bad for vampires, so we're just gonna add some fire resistance for you. There we go. I'm not gonna balance out the intelligence, though. We're just gonna give you plenty of red. I do not think there is anything that needs to be balanced out.
Just how I like it.
It's okay, the minus intelligence does not do a bloody thing. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy.
Oh, this is perfect, Innkeep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein.
Keep dreaming, Count Dracula.
Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along?
Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved.
I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy.
I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited.
Marvelous!
Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea?
Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take the day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad for this time of year.
And the sun. Sun is also bad for vampires.
It is?
How are you still unalive?
This is amazing.
Yes.
Right. I need sunscreen.
It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later?
I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester!
Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone?
Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations.
Plum crepes with ash sprinkles.
Yes, they tasted deliciously dead.
I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together.
We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape. Many people want my cape.
Perhaps.
But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted my pasta recipe.
Is it good?
Very much so.
Then I'd like it as well.
Oh, yes. You.
Me.
He asked me about you.
Me?
Yes, he said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux peace your precious Innkeeper has found in his house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me.
Very.
If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh, too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls.
Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market?
Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. Oh, I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Ray as a welcome back from vacation gift.
That's very sweet.
Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of Starlight.
Please don't call him that.
We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A heaven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she's the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you?
I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients.
The refusal to change is dangerous, Innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were.
That sounds like a threat.
Oh, by no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also. Could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems.
You are hard to dislike.
Oh, how sweet of you! As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it.
I would hope you do.
And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There is nothing greater than friendship. Don't you agree?
And nothing more fragile.
That makes it all the more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said... What was it?
Don't think too hard about it.
Of course, the letter.
The letter?
The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith.
Thank you.
Are you not going to open it?
No. I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight.
But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks.
What fireworks?
I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks? Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event.
I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks.
I don't mean to interrupt, but,
What is it, little fawn?
look outside. I think the fireworks have started.
Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on.
Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. And that is where we end our tale today.
No, we want more.
I am so happy that this is where the stream ends today. It's so perfect.
Cliffhangers.
The way that I ended up separating this out, every single episode ends on an amazing cliffhanger, and it was very perfect. Also, as you can tell, we are no longer in Act 1. We literally did all of Act 1 today, so we will be starting next time with Act 2, Chapter 5, picking up the pieces. But
the fact that you didn't save until just now.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. There's autosave.
Oh, thank God.
I would not.
Yeah,
I would be
no
hard
worries.
saving.
If that storm took you out, it would have been
Bruh,
over.
I would be so Jover. Oh man, no. This is. I love this. As you can tell, I love this game. I love this game so much. The story is great. The characterization is great, and of course, all of this vocal cast is absolutely great, and I hope we are giving this game the respect that it deserves, Matcha. I hope we're at least getting close to what some people might have imagined in their heads, because I know a lot of these voices are pretty much what I've imagined, and y'all have been doing an amazing heckin' job.
That doesn't make me happy, Bucka.
It's over. You can drop the act now. It's okay.
What act? This is just how I talk now.
No.
My anxiety doesn't end. It's my fault for the storm. I'm so sorry.
No.
Always been edgy.
You
Oh,
definitely
my-
see me make
Oh, why,
mistakes in
thank
before.
you for the compliments.
You were saying, Color?
Oh, you've definitely seen me. That's not an act. That's just
Yeah.
normal everyday life.
You're
Yeah,
right.
that's
you're
just
right.
how she talks to me.
You're right. Oh man.
Color just likes to throw hands with vampires. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Freaking fruity bitch.
Fruity bats.
Language.
Fruity bats.
I prefer
Age
vegetables.
restriction.
I'm sorry. Got to me. Stupid spell.
Nah, the dwarf would be able to break the spell.
Valid. But yes, a very, very big shout out to this stream's cast. I'm just going to be going down the list. Devin Voix, VO as... I was about to say Hyde. Wrong game. As Devin Voix VO as Zephyr. And feel free to speak up in chat because I forgot the Livedub command. I will make sure to write that down next time, because pretty much every stream from now on is going to have a much larger cast. But yes, today was a little bit smaller. Emmy Ain as our Fable, wonderful anxiety incarnate Fable. We had Maybe Mochas as our special guest Chrissy, whose main character is going to be played, I believe, during the next stream, actually. So, yeah. Marceline, of course, taking the role of Mommy Carolyn. And then we had Color Brews taking on the role of Rhea Frostgrip. And Zach Alley VO taking on the role of... I wanted to try and remember his name. Kyle. But y'all have done an absolutely amazing job, and this has just made me even more excited for all the future streams, because if this is how we're gonna be starting, then I know that, again, knowing how this story goes, man, it is going to be an amazing ride, and I cannot wait to see how all of you will react to the different story beats, the different quests, the different characters. It's going to be very fun. Speaking of next time, we don't actually necessarily have a date planned just yet. I need to speak with all of the cast members for each respective day. We're currently looking at the 27th potentially, and also potentially July 3rd. So we might have a double feature, but again, that is dependent on if a majority of the actors are available for those weeks. Because again, I need to make sure that rounding up approximately 13 to 15 people per week is a lot, and it is as hard as any D&D session. So let alone even just like the 6 other people here besides myself. So let me just say to all of the cast, whether you were here today or not, I am very, very appreciative of you carving out time to do this. Again, we shouldn't go beyond 9 o'clock for pretty much any of the major days. There's one day that I might be, but that's because it's like 2 really long sections and an extremely tiny section. That one's probably going to be, we'll have to do like line breaks in between for ad breaks, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But yeah. With that, if y'all don't mind, I am going to go on ahead and dip away from the call so that we can do the proper outro and everything.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Sounds good.
Thank you all
Bye,
so much.
everyone.
Hey there. Thanks so much for watching the first episode of our Acolyte live dub of the charming indie game, Tavern Talk. I'll be working hard to get the next episodes up on the channel as soon as possible, but in the meantime, if you're liking what you're seeing and liking what you're hearing, feel free to help us all out by hitting the like button on the video and the subscribe button on the channel. And if you want to catch any of my variety streams live, you can check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/AKLTrifecta, where I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, all starting at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And finally, if you want to check out any of my other social medias, such as Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, and even our community Discord, you can find all of those links in the description below. For now, though, like I always say, stay casual and stay cool. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Tavern Talk Acolyte Live Dub. See ya!